Hey everybody, my name's Ned, and we want to tell you about the life at Bambu. At 48, I thought I'd finished working, and I semi-retired, and I realized within 6 months that retirement is way more boring than advertised. And I saw all these 25-year-olds crushing it at fintech, and I realized I'd been doing fintech for 20 years. So I thought I'd have a go at doing it, and it came about because I was a consultant for another fintech who was doing Robo advisory in B2C. And there was so much demand for B2B, I decided that I should build a B2B company. There's only one problem, I don't know how to build tech, and that's how I met Aki. So it came about through a combination of customer demand, midlife crisis, and me meeting Aki at exactly the right time.
Hi, my name is Aki. I am co-founder at Bambu. I'm also the Chief Operating Officer and been here the whole 5 years thus far. What I do day to day is mostly involved with the products, which is product management and R&D, and also, of course, working with Ned and Haja just to keep the lights on.
A gentleman called Frank introduced us at a conference and said, "You two guys should work together." He's thoughtful, tech, organized, visionary. I'm a sales guy that waves my hands and charges at stuff, and I can't build stuff. With all due respect, he probably can't sell stuff. I often say this, in the real world, we wouldn't hang out. And I say that with all love and respect. Between us, it works.
And I think Robo Advisory, which is digital wealth management, was a sort of new term, a new concept, new business model that had been started in America some years past, maybe that was 4 or 5 years in. And there was this general sense that this is a business model that is going to kind of proliferate everywhere. So it's kind of coming to Singapore, coming to ASEAN. And so we sat down with the founders of TigerSpike, my employer at the time, and Ned, and started brainstorming about this idea, how could we do it? And the reason we decided to start a company was actually that it felt like the banks who TigerSpike was already working with, they didn't really want to buy a services implementation for such a complicated thing. They would rather buy a platform or use a platform, and so they wanted somebody to sort of do the hard work for them and then sell them that result. So we ended up with this compromise where TigerSpike, which is a services company, effectively built the MVP for Bambu, for the first client, and that's how we sort of got started.
Bambu life is awesome, but the realities of building a startup are not that you read in the textbooks. One of the struggles from a B2B point of view is that large banks, despite absolutely wanting to work with startups, they don't know how to. I remember one time, the biggest struggle, a large bank wanted to use us, and they said, "Hey guys, can you send," their compliance department said, "Can you send us your 5 years audited accounts for a 5-month-old company?" That is a struggle.
But that's, I think, the one thing that went right for Bambu, that with the things that we put on the table with the external team and all this stuff, we were able to convince the first client in the first few months and get like solid, 6-figure revenue. And I think that started us on the right path where investors are also then comfortable jumping into a company to give them more money because you were already able to get a decent amount of money from somewhere else. And I think a lot of startups fail to sort of get that combination right. And it's not because it's not like known that, oh, like you should get revenue, but it's hard to get money from people when you haven't invested lots of money into a company to build products that are actually worth something.
If you want to run a startup, you just have to never give up. You just have to keep going and always believe. And it goes together with being positive. If you, as the CEO, are not always positive, you can't expect your staff to be. So when you say what are the struggles, right? It's hard to be relentless. You do 50 pitches in a week and everyone says no. It's hard at the end of the week to be cheery about that, but you have to be.
Everybody get up.
Okay, well, after 5 years, Bambu is in a good place in terms of product market fit in that we have around 20 paying clients.
Standard Chartered, HSBC, Franklin Templeton. And that's really amazing for a company like us. We have 120 people, we have 20 nationalities, we have 20 million in funding. You know the crazy thing we are today? We're actually making a difference. We are deploying, saving in technology for people all around the world, from Africa to America to Europe to Asia. And
it's not enough really to create a large company to have a product that people want to buy. You have to make it into a product that's easy to buy and can be bought quickly.
We have 70 people building Robo in all different ways, and we want to show you what each piece takes to build it. We want to show you from UI UX to coding to AI, all the way through, and the direction we've taken. And today, with the 70 people, or soon over 100 people, we want to explain it. And then if you build it yourself, that's okay. And if you come to us, that's great as well. But none of this is possible without the team, and that's where we started building from, a great team.